How would you feel if you could go back to your childhood and really fix all those little mistakes you made, huh? Well, something quite like that happens to our main character, Satoru Fujinuma. He has this really weird power and he just somehow senses when something bad is about to happen, before it even does. But hey, even with this strange power, he actually struggles quite a bit in real life. His big dream is to become a cool manga artist, but he just never gets a real proper chance for it, so he ends up working as a delivery boy at a pizza shop just to get by. So one regular day, he is out delivering a pizza and his coworker Eri also decides to come along with him. As Satoru is just heading off, he suddenly spots a small butterfly and bam, he is weirdly pulled back to a spot nearby. He quickly notices that special signal. He starts looking all around him. A huge truck passes by him pretty fast. He quickly turns his bike around right there and goes chasing after that truck. He sees the truck driver is totally unconscious, just lying there. Eri sees him chasing the truck. The truck is about to hit a little kid. Satoru somehow manages to turn the truck's steering wheel just in time. He saves that kid. After that though, he himself crashes right into a car. Hitting the car, he starts seeing flashes of his childhood memories. He thinks he has died, but Eri wakes him up in the hospital. She asks him very nicely if he wants her to tell anyone about what happened. Satoru says, "Oh no, there is absolutely no need for that." She gets super friendly and starts chatting away with him. She tells him the truck driver died from a sudden heart attack and his manager said his bike's insurance claim will definitely cover everything. Plus he can totally come back to work whenever he feels better too. Hearing all this, the guy feels so very relieved. Satoru asks her why she even works at the pizza place anyway. She's not really there for the money, right? She says, oh yeah, she has a big dream of her own. Satoru asks her if she is really okay telling him all this stuff. He thinks if she can't make it come true, people might, make fun of her later. But she says she doesn't really think that way. Actually, the more people she tells about it, the higher the chance it will actually come true. She just leaves without ever telling him what her actual dream is. After this whole thing, we really start to understand his power well. Satoru calls it revival. Whenever something really bad is about to happen, he is suddenly sent back about 5 minutes earlier. There, someone or something lets him try to fix things to stop whatever bad thing is about to happen, but he can't always solve everything every single time, and sometimes he even ends up in danger himself. Like this time when he comes home, he sees his mom right there. She looks so young, like 25, even though she is actually 50. She tells him she went to the hospital, but he was just sleeping soundly, so she came back. She says she is going to be staying with him for a few days. Hearing this, the guy gets a bit annoyed and asks her what exactly that means. Mom says she had a small accident, so she will just stay there to see how he is doing. At night when his mom is watching the news, she asks him if he remembers something similar happening when he was in 5th grade way back then. He feels a little pang. Mom says, oh, no worries, maybe he doesn't remember it, but he was definitely in danger back then. He goes to his bed and starts thinking really hard about all this. After thinking for some time, he finally remembers. Back in his childhood, 2 kids from his class just disappeared. He was super shy back then, One day a local guy came to meet him. He called him Yuki. Yuki talked to him really nicely like a good friend, so they both very quickly became really good friends. But just 6 months after his classmates went missing, the police arrested that guy. It was for kidnapping and killing his classmates. The next day, Satoru and his mom are coming back after doing some shopping. Satoru looks around. He suddenly senses something. He goes back 5 minutes again, just like before. So he looks to see if anything is wrong nearby, and he tells his mom to look too. Mom also looks and she gets a little suspicious of a guy she sees there. That guy drives off in his car pretty quickly. Mom manages to take a photo of his car. Eri also shows up there. She is so surprised to see his mom looking so young still. As they chat and walk along, Mom starts thinking about something. She invites Eri to their house for a bit. As the 3 of them are leaving, that car guy is still watching them from the side, pretty creepy. When they all eat together, Mom asks them how long they have been dating. Eri quickly says they are just friends like buddies. As Eri is about to leave, his mom tells her to stay, but Satoru says no, because he is still in high school right now. After that, he drops her home on his bike. He comes home and tells his mom she is not his future baby, so she doesn't need to behave like that. Mom says, oh, maybe she could be though. Wow, everyone should have a mom like this, seriously. Mom says she feels like today she saved a kid from being kidnapped. He doesn't really get what she means. He goes to look at some old news articles. There he sees a girl's name and he remembers. That girl was in his class, Kayo Hinazuki. She was super shy. That kidnapper killed her, and he felt really bad hearing about it back then. Meanwhile, Satoru's mom starts thinking about that guy again. She feels like she has seen him somewhere before. When she looks at a newspaper, her suspicion is totally confirmed. so she goes out and quickly calls someone. She comes inside and keeps thinking about him, that he was the real kidnapper, not the one the police had arrested, and who knows how many other kids he has killed like that. Someone comes home. She thinks maybe it is Satoru, but that killer comes and stabs his mom with a knife. She thinks, oh, she was right all along. She tries to call Satoru, but the killer takes her phone away. Mom mentally apologizes to him in her head. It's for not believing him that time when he was saying his friend didn't commit that crime. Meanwhile, Satoru is heading home. When he reaches home, that killer passes him by. Satoru doesn't even recognize him at all. He sees his house doors open. When he goes inside, he finds his mom there dead. He doesn't understand anything seeing her like that. He goes to check her. As soon as he sees her, he steps back, startled. His neighbor comes there and screams, seeing blood on his hand. Police also come. Police think he is the killer and try to catch him. He runs. He doesn't understand anything that is happening. Suddenly, he ends up in a strange place. He remembers he has seen this place before, somehow. A kid passes by in front of him. After that, he goes a bit forward and sees he is actually back in 1988 in his childhood. He reaches his class and his teacher also comes in. The teacher tells him to come to his seat, seeing him standing there, but he forgets where his seat was, so he just goes and sits on an empty seat. His classmate says, hey, this is someone else's seat. So after that, he goes and sits on his own seat. He still doesn't understand anything about what is really happening there. After class ends, he takes his bag and is about to leave somewhere. One of his friends asks him where he is going. He says his head hurts, so he is going to the nurse's office. His friend asks why he is taking his bag with him. He says nothing. So that kid says no problem, he will tell the teacher for him. After that, he leaves school, and Ko passes by right in front of him. When he comes home, no one is there at all. He remembers his mom must be at work, so the spare key will be there. He takes out the key and goes inside his house. He comes to his room and sees something special. He gets all emotional. At night, when his mom comes home from work, the guy gets super happy seeing her safe. So his mom asks what happened to him. He says, oh, nothing really. She starts making food. As they both eat, Satoru feels really happy. And because he got a second chance at life, he decides he won't waste his childhood this time for anything. As he comes to school, he wonders why his power threw him back so far this time. Is he supposed to save something bad from happening again? He sees Ko. When he is in class, he just keeps looking at her, and he sees a bruise on her thigh. After class, as he talks to his friends, one friend, Kenya, asks him if he likes Ko, because he saw him looking at her today. He says, oh no, it is not like that at all. He is just a little curious about her, you know. His friends say that is exactly the same thing, so they all start trying to set him up with her. After school, when he goes to talk to her, Ko doesn't talk nicely to him, because that's just how she is. But Satoru still asks her to be his friend. She asks what exactly he saw that made him want to be her friend all of a sudden. He says nothing. She says she and Satoru are just alike. They are both really fake, actually. Hearing this, the guy gets lost in thought. Does she know everything about him? She tells him she saw him yelling for his mom when he went home yesterday. So, does he love his mom that much, she asks. He says, yeah, of course he does. Hearing this, she starts to leave. Satoru asks again, hey, will she be his friend? She asks if he is really serious about it. Saying this, she leaves. Someone is watching them talking like this from the side, a little bit creepy. The next day, his friends start talking about him again, but Kenya stops them. As he is leaving, he thinks about when Ko was killed. He goes to thank Kenya for stopping his friends that time from talking. Kenya says, oh, no problem at all, but he says he feels something strange is happening with him, and he is a bit curious about it all. So he asks him if he talked to her. He says, oh, nothing much, he just talked a little. After talking about all this, they both split up and go home separately. Satoru comes home and reads Kaio's essay. She writes that she wants to go somewhere and live completely alone where her mom is not with her. At dinner, Satoru asks his mom if he can invite friends for his birthday. Mom agrees and says he is saying this for the very first time ever. She tells him to bring a cake. At bedtime, he decides that this time he will definitely be good friends with Kaio, and he will truly get to know her well. The next day, when school is off for a break, his friends tell Satoru to go after her, but he says no problem, really. He leaves school. Because he knows where Kaio will be, he goes straight to the park where she is all alone. When he gets there, Kaio asks him what he is doing there. He says he was about to ask her the same exact thing. He says he was super serious about wanting to be her friend. He says he was right, he was actually acting. And he is doing it because he really wants to make friends, you know. He doesn't want to always be a loser. And what he is doing actually works. And the more he does it, the better he gets at it. She says, yeah, the more he does it, the more chance it has to work out. Hearing this, he remembers Eri's same words from before. He gives her an invitation to his birthday party. She takes it and asks if that will be really okay, because there will be other people there, right? He says he doesn't know, but he really wants to give her his very first invitation. Keo gets so happy getting this. She asks him about his hands if he is not cold. He says he forgot his gloves back home. Keo gives him her hands to warm them up for him. This makes the guy shy. She asks what happened to him. He says her hands are bigger than his. After that, she says it is very easy to talk to him. He says yeah, that's because he was totally honest with her completely. Hearing this, Keo walks and leaves from there. Satoru tells her to meet tomorrow. He decides that this time he won't leave her alone like last time. He will save her this time for sure. The next day at school, they have a skating competition. Girls at school start cheering for one boy really loud. Satoru has to compete against him. Girls tell Keo to cheer for him. She says, "Hey, don't play too badly now." Their race begins. Satoru is winning and he could totally beat him, but he doesn't want to beat him because that guy practices a lot for this, you know? So he slows down a bit at the very end. But Keo and Kenya see this clearly. That boy comes and asks him if he was making fun of him, because he also knows he lost on purpose. But Satoru remembers he did the same thing 18 years ago. After that, he starts walking from school with Keo. He says that guy was really fast, but she doesn't say anything. He asks her when her birthday is. She doesn't say anything at all. He asks what happened then. She stops him and says he said he would be honest with her, remember? So he tells her the actual truth. He thought it was important for that guy to win because he practices so hard for it. So he apologizes to her. She tells him they are the same and leaves. When one of his friends asks him to go home together, he tells him he forgot something and goes to the teacher's office to look at a file. The teacher comes and asks him what he wants. He is thinking of making an excuse to cover himself, but the teacher catches him. He is here for Keo, right? He says, "Yeah, you are right. Actually, he came to see when her birthday is because she didn't tell him." The teacher says he knows why she didn't. Saying this, he lets him see the file. There he sees that Keo and his birthday are actually on the exact same day. The teacher says maybe she was shy to tell him because she is very shy. He leaves from there. He thinks he has 11 days left to get his big job done, so he has to be better with Keo and really get close. He goes to the park to see her. She is not there. A paper plane comes down. Yuuki starts calling him. He goes with him. They both talk really nicely, having a good time. As he is leaving, he keeps thinking about him. That guy can't be the killer. So he has to find the real killer and save her somehow. When he comes to Keo's house, no one is there at all. He sees her gloves lying on the ground. He sees footprints leading to the storeroom. He goes and sees Keo in a very bad state, just lying there. The bad smell tells him not to look further. Satoru opens his jacket to give it to her. But her mom comes there, and she probably did this to her. He makes her wear the jacket and is about to leave. Satoru asks how she got that bruise. Her mom lets her speak. She says she just fell. Hearing this, the guy understands she is scared, really scared. Her mom takes her home and starts teaching her a lesson like that, just like a punishment. And there is a boy with her too. The next day, everyone comes to class, but Keo doesn't show up. Satoru starts worrying a lot about her. She suddenly appears. The teacher says, "Oh, no problem, she is here." After finishing classwork, Satoru goes to the teacher and tells him about Keo. The teacher says yeah, he also saw her bruise himself. Satoru asks if he saw it, then why didn't he say anything or do something? He says it is because everyone in class just avoids her. And if he told, maybe her classmates would make fun of her even more, which would be even worse for her. He has also talked to her mom where she confirmed that she hits her, actually beats her. Child protection people went to her house 3 times, but her mom always runs away because she knows when they are coming. And since they haven't been able to find out, yet the teacher can't do anything about it, and when they do find out, they will take Keo far away from her, and she will never come back there to her old life. Satoru says no problem at all, he just wants her to be safe, truly safe. After that, he leaves from there. He comes in at lunchtime. He starts looking for his money, which they had collected for something. He tells the teacher. The girl next to him starts saying that maybe Keo stole it. After that, she lets everyone check her bag, and everyone hearing that girl blames Keo instantly. Keo finds the money in her bag. Seeing this, that girl starts bad-mouthing her really badly. Satoru gets angry and tells her Keo would never do such a thing. Kenya also says that hey, someone could have taken money from Satoru's bag and put it in hers to frame her. Seeing all this, the teacher says Keo can't do that because only she and Satoru collected the money they both know. After that, he lets everyone eat their lunch. After all this is over, when they both come to throw trash, Keo thanks him for speaking up for her sincerely. After that, she tells him how that girl always bullies her and makes her life difficult, and she even invited her home for Christmas to make her jealous, you know? She just wanted to show her Christmas tree, but it was very beautiful, truly something special. Hearing this, Satoru remembers something from before, so he asks her to go somewhere with him. She asks if he is stupid like an idiot, but he takes his jacket and gives her his gloves and says she will need them for sure. After that, they both start going up a mountain. He says he saw red foxes there once. As he says this, 2 red foxes come there and start circling around them right in between them. And after some time circling, those 2 foxes just leave from there. A little while after they leave, they both realize they have come too close, a bit too personal. They both keep walking and reach a place where there is a very nice tree. But because of the snow on that tree, it looks very beautiful, really stunning. So he says they should come in summer too to see his Christmas tree. It would be cool. 1 week is left for the kidnapping incident to happen again. That incident happened before Satoru's birthday. This time he decides he will keep her safe no matter what. The next morning when he wakes up and comes out for breakfast, he tells his mom about going somewhere on Saturday. His mom asks him if he is going on a date, like a real date. He says no, a bit shy. She says if he is going on a date, she would actually give him some money, a little gift. But she catches him that he is indeed going on a date. She knew it. So she tells him to bring her home to meet her. But he says he wants to take her to the science museum, a cool place. So she gives permission for that. After class ends at school, Satoru decides that this time he won't let her go where she was kidnapped, no way. When he asks his friends to go somewhere, Sam was about to say, but Kazu stops him really fast. They all make excuses, saying they have some work that day. When Kaio asks, he blurts out that he told them no because he is going on a date with her on Saturday. Hearing this, Kaio gets shy. She says her mom tells her to go home early on Saturday, so she won't let her go out for long. Satoru says no problem at all. He will talk to her mom and get permission himself. But when he goes to ask for permission, her mom flat out refuses and says she helps her with things. Hearing this, the guy gets angry and asks, what kind of work, what is it? After that, he keeps insisting and bothering her. So his mom asks Kaio herself if she wants to go with him. She says yes, she does. So hearing this, her mom gets angry and tries to hit her, but Satoru's mom comes and stops her. After that, she also says to let them go, it's fine. So her mom has to agree eventually. As they both are coming, mom tells him he doesn't need to worry about her today. Looking at her dress, it seems her mom tries very hard to dress her up for the occasion. He asks if she knows about it. She says she didn't know before, but what she heard and what she saw today confirmed it for her. After that, on Saturday, they both go to the museum, and they start looking at things there. But suddenly, Satoru gets a weird glimpse. He goes to the bathroom and starts thinking about what is happening here. This is the first time he has come with Kaio right now. When he comes out and sees her, he gets that glimpse again, and Kaio thanks him for bringing her. And he remembers they had the same conversation 18 years ago, meaning he is repeating the exact same thing again, where he met Kaio by chance, you know, meaning he is not changing the future at all. So he gets scared by this. He comes forward and starts thinking about changing the future now. But Kaio says she is here and is very happy about it. His friends come there, so he thinks this all makes perfect sense now. The next day, when he comes to school, Kaio comes on time and says good morning to him. This makes the guy happy, and he says she is very beautiful. Everyone in class hears it, so they both get shy and blush a little. The teacher comes to class. During class, Satoru keeps thinking that tomorrow is the day she will disappear from home for good. After school, when they both are leaving, Satoru and Kaio meet his mom. Satoru tells her to meet tomorrow and leaves from there. The next morning, he leaves home early and goes to her house to call her. She comes out. He holds her hand and brings her to school. His friends also see this happening, and Satoru is happy that he has changed some things now, a bit at least. After school, he asks her to go somewhere with him. At first she refuses, but he convinces her in the end, so they both go somewhere and play games. Satoru can't win against her at all. Because it gets late, they both start going home. As they are going, when Satoru reaches that park where Kaio disappeared last time, he holds her hand tightly, and snow starts falling. He drops her home and says to meet tomorrow and comes back. And he is watching the time at home on the clock, which he can't see that specific bad time. So he goes in front of Kaio's house and watches time pass by. After that time passes, this makes the guy happy. He leaves home early the next morning to see Kaio, and Kaio is just waking up. When she opens the door, she sees Satoru there. After class, the teacher puts them to work throwing trash. They both shop and go to their house. As they come, his friends surprise them. They brought a cake for both of them together. The teacher helped them do this. What a nice guy. Kaio apologizes because she couldn't finish his gift in time, but they all party and have a good time. At the end, Satoru gives Kaio a glove as a gift. He goes to drop Kaio home. She gives him her scarf and promises to give him her gift tomorrow, definitely. After that, he comes home happy because he has changed the past for sure. He comes home and falls asleep instantly. The next day, he wakes up late, so he reaches school late. As soon as he gets to school, he hears that Kaio didn't come today. She doesn't come the next day either, and she stops coming to school altogether. And the promise she made to Satoru she could never fulfill. He is thinking about her in class. After school, he goes to her house. He looks in the storeroom. Nothing is there. But he sees someone's rubber boot marks there, fresh marks. Seeing this, he gets very angry. But inside, Kaio's mom and her boyfriend are worried about Kaio's dead body, a grim sight. He doesn't go to school for 2 days. One day, he sees his mom talking to someone about something important. He goes to school. The class teacher says that Kaio has actually gone to her grandpa's house far away, but all the kids get worried about her. The teacher calls Satoru and tells him to go along with this story, because it will scare the kids otherwise. For some days, police stay in front of Kaio's house because they suspect her mom, and they question her too. A few days later, another girl is kidnapped, so the teacher tells all the kids to go home with their parents now. Satoru is coming with Kenya. He tells him that he knows those girls were kidnapped, he just knows. Days pass like this. Because kids keep getting kidnapped like this, the police leave Kaio's house because they think the kidnapper is roaming outside now. When Satoru is passing in front of their house, he sees Kaio's mom throwing something and smiling a chilling smile. So he quickly goes and sees. It is Kaio's gift that she was going to give him left behind. Seeing this, the guy cries and starts running, just heartbroken. And suddenly he comes back to the present. He doesn't understand anything about what is happening right now. He goes forward and sees police in front of his house who are looking for him, only him. He understands he is back in the same time. And everything is the same because he couldn't change anything after all. So he runs away from the police and hides. He starts thinking about his mom's murder, how she didn't have her phone and purse with her, which the killer might have taken. The next day, he goes to a restaurant and starts eating something. He gets a message from someone. It is actually his boss, Takahashi. He says he was worried about him. He tells him to stay there and goes out to get beer. After he leaves, as soon as he turns on the TV, he sees news about himself, his own face. He goes to the window and sees police have arrived there. Takahashi is talking to them, acting suspicious. So he understands Takahashi brought him there to get caught. It was a trap. So he climbs over the wall and is about to run away when a light falls on him. A girl says, "Hey, is he stupid?" He sees it as Eri, thank goodness. She turns off his phone and takes him with her to her house. He asks her why she is helping him run away. She says she knows he can't kill his mom. What is happening to him shouldn't happen to him, no way. And what happened in his childhood also shouldn't have happened. Hearing this, he doesn't understand anything. She says she saw it written in a book that he forgot to take that day, a special book, and she tells him that Kaio was actually kidnapped on March 11. Hearing her, he is surprised. She tells him not to go anywhere from his room and leaves. As soon as she leaves, he sees that book. The date changes there suddenly, so he understands he has changed it somehow. This means if he goes back again, he might be able to change all things. The next morning, as soon as he wakes up, he sees Eri has left a note for him saying she is going to work, and she also gives him her house key and that book. When he takes it and is about to leave, he sees that this is not Eri's real house. At the pizza shop, Takahashi is talking to some guy. As Eri is about to leave, Takahashi sees something in her hand and asks, "What is that?" She says it is what was left behind, a small thing. Takahashi tells her to make a new one and take it, but she refuses and leaves. The guy also talks about Eri, saying how cute she is. Eri is leaving. That guy comes out and watches her from outside. After Eri goes a little further, Takahashi comes to meet her. He gives her a new pizza and asks about Satoru. She says she doesn't know him. He tells her if she meets him to tell him because he is on his side, his loyal ally. Saying this, he leaves. Meanwhile, Satoru sees that the murder dates of the other girls have also changed, suddenly shifting. When he comes home, Takahashi sees him coming, spotting him. As soon as he sees him, he is about to call the police, but Eri comes and stops him. When he says he was worried about her, she gets angry and breaks his phone and punches him hard. She angrily says she thought he was on her side, she trusted him. She requests him not to tell the police and leaves quickly. They both go under a bridge and start talking. There she tells him about her childhood memories. She goes to her house to get him some clothes. When she is about to put them in her bag, she gets a strange message. It is from Satoru's mom saying she is Satoru and to stay where she is right there. Seeing this, she doesn't understand anything. It is so confusing. But she understands that the killer is behind her chasing her, and smoke starts coming from her door filling the room. She thinks about going outside, but she faints there because of the smoke. But Satoru comes there to save her just in time. He finds her lying there. He starts taking her out, and she puts her phone in his pocket secretly. When he is thinking about going down the stairs, the boss comes inside and starts helping him out. After taking him down to the door, he lets Satoru leave from there. When he goes aside and looks at her phone, he also sees that message and understands that the killer came to kill her. It was a hit. So he decides he will find the killer before the police find him, because now he knows he is somewhere nearby really close. Satoru calls a guy. He asks him to meet somewhere secretly. When Satoru goes and meets him, he tells him that he actually used to work with his mom. They were colleagues. And he didn't tell the police about him. He kept quiet. He asks him how he is sure he didn't kill his mom. What's his proof? He says he knows his mom and she would not raise a son like him. No way. He takes him to his room and gives him that note his mom left behind, and his number is on it for contact. He tells him that his mom called him and told him about that incident, the whole thing. That the person police arrested was not behind that murder. It was actually someone else, and she knew who it was exactly. So she asked him to meet somewhere the next day. But that same night, the incident happened tragically. He says he should have asked him for that guy's name that day. He talks about that incident again, how the killer killed Ko. On Saturday, Ko's mom beat her and put her in the storeroom around 10 p.m. And Ko died because of the cold, which her mom found in the morning, but she hid it, keeping it a secret. But when her mom put her in the storeroom, she was actually alive, believe it or not. After that, the killer took her from the storeroom, and her mom called Satoru's mom around 12 a.m. and asked about her. But the police arrested Jun for this, because they found rubber boots in his room. But Sawada makes his own theory about it all. First, that killer took Ko from there and took some photos of her and poured water on her. After that, she became brain dead due to the cold completely. But after that, he waited for 30 minutes for her to die completely, just waiting patiently. Then in the morning, he put her back and left a chilling move. After that, he says the same thing happened with other kids too, for which someone else was arrested. Meaning it is the same killer still, and he is still roaming outside free. And maybe he is in their city right now lurking. And he is very smart because he kills and blames someone else cleverly. And when he gets everyone's attention, he murders someone else again, a pattern. Meanwhile, Eri tries to run away, but there are police all around. But she still leaves from there and goes to a shop to look at newspapers checking the news. And someone comes behind her and gives her a hand, a helping hand. Meanwhile, Satoru shows Sawada that message, and he talks about that time, how his mom suspected a guy, and she even took a photo of his car, a crucial clue, which the killer might have seen. After that, he followed her and found out about her house. And he might have come to her pizza shop too, where he also found out about Irie. Hearing all this, Sawada goes to the hospital to see Irie worried. Before leaving, he lets him see a report. When he sees it, he finds Kaio's murder case, where he has also written about some suspects. And Jun is also written there about how they found some evidence in his room. But he knows those things were not in his room, not at all. Sawada comes to the hospital and asks about the bathroom. There he sees that there is no name written on a slot, so it must be Eri. He tricks the police and goes inside. But when he goes there, he sees that there is actually Eri's mom, a surprise, because he met her mom in that shop when he told her everything she agreed to help him. Here, Satoru calls Eri and asks her to meet somewhere. He tells her not to come, but she says no problem, she will make sure no one sees him. But as soon as she leaves, someone starts following her. He goes outside to meet her. He goes and waits for her under a bridge. But she is late, so he is about to go back when she shows up finally. She talks about Takahashi and that guy, that maybe they could also be the killer too. Hearing their names, he gets worried. As they both are talking, police come to catch him. He tries to run, but the police catch him. When the police are taking him, Eri tells the police he didn't do anything, he is innocent. Satoru tells her before leaving that he is very happy she believed him, and no problem, he will find a way to get out of this, he promises. Saying this as he is about to leave, he sees a guy. Seeing him, he recognizes him instantly. This is the same guy he saw that day. And this is the same guy who murdered everyone. So after that, when he is about to get in the police car, he screams loudly to go back with all his might. And suddenly, he goes back to that time where he went to the museum with Ko a second chance. The guy gets emotional coming back, filled with feelings. After that, their friends come, and they talk about the same things they did last time. So this time he decides he will save Ko no matter what. As they all are leaving, Kenya tells him about a book that he gave him earlier. He says he hasn't read it yet. Satoru thinks he didn't give him any book last time, this is new. He comes home and gets emotional seeing his mom so relieved. After that, it is February 29, the day she will be kidnapped, the fateful day. But he decides this time he will change everything, absolutely everything. After class, when he goes to tell Kenya that he might have lost his book, he says he didn't lose it. Actually, he didn't give him any book, it was a thought. He asks him to talk in private for real. He comes aside and says that he has suddenly changed these days a lot. He could tell before he was faking pretending, but now he likes this new him, this honest version. After that, he asks him who he really is, deep down. He feels like someone else has entered inside him, a different person, which he has been noticing for a few days since he was looking at KO. He also saw that bruise on KO's body, but he ignored it seeing her. But as soon as he saw her, he decided to do something for her to help, and he did what he was afraid to do bravely. So he asks him to tell him who he is honestly. Hearing his words, he gets a bit lost in thought, pondering. But he says he is a superhero, a simple answer. Hearing this, Kenya laughs and says he is Satoru, just Satoru. After that, he tells him that if he doesn't help KO, she will die in a few days. A grim warning. He knows her mom is hurting her and he will stop it for sure. So Kenya also asks to help him eagerly. He agrees to it. After that, when they both come late to class, the teacher punishes them, giving them a task. After school, he goes to Yuki's house and asks him about his dad's room. If he lives on the first floor upstairs. After that, he asks him if he also plays with KO sometimes. Hearing this, the guy gets a bit scared, nervous. After that, he tells him that she is his friend now officially. Hearing this, he says that is why he can't see her anymore. But he gets very happy for him genuinely. So Satoru also gets happy seeing him happy. He comes home from their house. He thinks that killer might have seen Yuki playing with him, which is why he targeted him. When he goes to the children's center, no one is there, but as soon as he goes inside, everyone is playing basketball active. Seeing this, he remembers that last time he and KO were alone, so he thinks about being a bit careful because things are changing a lot unpredictably. After that, they all start partying, having fun. During the party, Satoru leaves, making an excuse to go outside. Outside here, he throws a stone at Yuki's dad's room so that police come there so they can see Yuki. Kaio's mom is coming. He's about to push her down the stairs to stop her, but Kenya comes and stops him and says that could also take his life, it's too risky. He tells him he was actually following him the whole time, so he says he knows Keo will be in a lot of danger today, he feels it. So he was doing this to stop her, to protect her. After that, Kenya asks to help him ready for action. He agrees to it this time too, but Kenya warns him that police might arrest him, be careful. He says he will take care of it, he's got this. After the party ends, he comes to drop Kaio home. Kaio is about to say something, but Satoru asks her, hey, can he kidnap her today? Hearing this, she gets shy and says is he an idiot, but she agrees to it. So he takes her to an old school bus, where Kenya also comes to help him, a team effort. They all make things livable there, and tell her to stay there, and they will leave. She thanks them sincerely. Satoru says he will come to meet her soon, very soon. After that, he comes home and says he will go out early tomorrow and quickly falls asleep. In the morning, he comes to meet Keo early and gives her something to eat, a nice breakfast. When Kenya comes to meet them, he sees them both sleeping together peacefully. So they both get shy, a little embarrassed. After that, the teacher asks them about Kaio, where is she? No one says anything at all. After that, Satoru thinks he has changed everything this time, so who knows what will happen now, the unknown. After that, they all go with Keo and play card games, having a good time. Hiromi asks what would happen if they get into some danger, what then? Satoru says no problem, he will take all the blame alone, all of it. But Kaio says is he an idiot, like really? No one will blame anyone for this, they are a team. After that, they all come back. But after some time at night, Kaio hears someone coming in the bus, a strange noise. She thinks it might be Satoru, but it is actually someone else, a different person. He comes inside and throws a bag down loudly, making a noise. He hits something with a box and leaves quickly. The next morning, Satoru sees his mom is awake and she makes breakfast for him. At breakfast, when mom asks him if he is doing anything bad, anything naughty, he says no, very confidently. Seeing him, mom agrees she trusts him. When he is about to leave, she gives him an extra lunchbox, saying, if he gets hungry before lunch, eat this just in case. When he goes to meet Keo, he goes there and gives her the lunchbox his mom gave him. He asks her if she is bored here alone. She says no, she can stay here for a few more days, she's fine. After he leaves, Keo sees a note there. It is actually from his mom. She packed all her son's favorite things, knowing him so well. In class, the teacher says today, also, Keo didn't come to school. So all the kids at school start talking about her, whispering. The teacher says no problem, she will come eventually. Saying this, he starts the class. After class, the teacher calls Satoru and asks him about her privately, but he tells him he doesn't know, either playing dumb. When he tells him to tell the police or CPS, the teacher refuses to tell the police. He's hesitant, but he says he called CPS and they are going to their house right now, and there they will find out everything for sure. Happy about this, Satoru leaves feeling good. At night, when the teacher goes to their house with CPS, the light is on in Keio's house, but no one opens the door. So they go from the back sneaking around. No one comes there either. The teacher sees the door is open slightly, so he goes inside. There he sees that food is left on the table, meaning she was here just moments ago. She saw them coming and quickly ran away, escaping. After that, he says they will try tomorrow, no worries. And when they talk about calling the police, the teacher says he knows Kaio is safe somewhere, he feels it. So they will have to come tomorrow and meet her mom to talk things through. Satoru is watching all this from a distance, and he comes and tells everyone else about it, sharing the news. After that, Kaio gives Satoru his gift. Getting it, Satoru gets very emotional because he was waiting for this for many days patiently. After that, when Kaio asks him to stay there tonight, everyone gets very excited. A sleepover. But she tells about last night, how someone came there and left a bag there mysteriously. So they guess that maybe it is some pervert who left his hentai manga here and left. So Kenya opens it and sees all the things that a kidnapper would use, chilling items. Seeing them, Satoru understands what all this is. The truth hits him. And this bus actually comes in the center of the other girl's murders. It's a trap. So actually Satoru hasn't gotten out of the murder loop yet. He's still stuck. So they can't stay here, it's too dangerous. Satoru talks about leaving from there immediately. Kenya also agrees to it and asks him about plan B, what's next. He says he has a backup plan. They all take her out from there and go straight to their house. When mom asks them what is happening here, Satoru says he is helping a friend a secret mission. So his mom praises him for this and says that is why friends exist, to help each other. After that, she goes back to making food casually and tells everyone to come inside, it's safe. After that, she gives them something to eat, good food. After eating, when the other two leave, mom tells their teacher that Satoru brought her to their house, a good deed. This makes the teacher happy that she is safe, truly safe. She asks what will happen now, what's the next step. He tells her about a plan and asks her to meet him at 7 a.m. The teacher starts calling someone, making arrangements. Here at home, Kaio and mom take a bath together, having fun. They both have a lot of fun laughing. After coming out, she also takes care of Kaio gently. After that, they all fall asleep peacefully. In the morning, as soon as Kaio wakes up, she sees lunch in front of her. She gets very emotional because in the morning, her mom never gave her anything. She was neglected. But meanwhile here, Kaio's mom starts getting angry about her and starts breaking things violently. But someone comes to the door. She angrily goes to see, and there she sees Kaio. Seeing her, she gets angry and tries to hit her. But she sees Satoru and his mom there standing together. So seeing them, she gets angry and starts yelling at them, screaming. Satoru's mom asks if she didn't come home for 3 days, so did she look for her for even 1 day, not even once. Hearing this, she attacks them physically. Both kids stop her protecting. Mom again says she wasn't worried about her, she was thinking about herself selfishly. After that, Kaio's mom keeps yelling at them like that endlessly. Hearing this, Satoru also starts to say something, speaking up. Getting angry, she tries to attack them. But CPS people come there and stop her intervening, and they ask her to talk calmly. After that, Kaio's mom starts accusing them of kidnapping falsely, but they don't listen to her. So they tell her to talk nicely, politely. But she talks about going to the police and starts taking Kaio from there forcefully. As she is leaving, Kaio's teacher brings Kaio's grandma there. She comes and apologizes to her for not talking to her since she told her to leave that man, a past mistake. And she knows how hard it is to raise a child alone, the struggles. She should have kept them with her, she admits. After that, she talks about taking all the responsibility on herself, everything. Seeing this, Kaio's mom also gets emotional finally. But Satoru doesn't believe her, and neither does Kaio. They are wary. After that, Satoru thanks the teacher sincerely. The teacher says it wouldn't have been possible without him, it was all him. So he thanks him again. After all, this is over. Kaio also thanks him, very grateful. After that, she leaves with her grandma, safe now. And because she leaves from there, the guy gets very sad, a little heartbroken. After that, the teacher calls him and tells him about Kaio, that she is safe now and her mom won't be able to see her for many years, a long time. After that, the teacher asks him where she was when she disappeared. He tells him about that bus, their hideout. He says, yeah, that place would be very good for a kidnapper, a perfect spot. He laughs and says, yeah, but the danger's not over yet because 2 more people need to be saved still out there. So he thinks about not leaving them alone either and comes home. So he starts thinking about how he will meet that girl who doesn't come to their school. So he asks his mom how he will talk to someone who doesn't come to their school. Mom tells him to go talk to her, just do it. The next day after school, he separates from the others and goes to see that girl. There he sees that she also talks to Yuuki, surprisingly. After that, he finds out what she does all day tracking her, but when he starts following her, his mom sees him and calls him to help her. So after that, he helps her. And as they both are coming, a car comes behind them. It is actually their teacher following them. As the three of them are coming, Satoru asks the teacher why he is still single, curious. He gets a bit sad and says he has never tried after being cheated in love the first time, too scared. After that, he also asks him how he will talk to someone he hasn't met. It's hard. He tells him he just has to be honest with her, truly honest. He has to tell her what he is interested in openly. And when she sees how serious he is about it, she will definitely talk to him for sure. Hearing this, the guy is impressed, really impressed. So he says he is not good at expressing his feelings, not at all. After that, he sees something in the bus's car and pulls it out curiously. Lots of candies come out from there, a pile. Seeing them, the guy gets scared, surprised. And the teacher also says it seems his secret has been revealed, it's out. Hearing this, he doesn't understand anything, puzzled. He says he actually quit smoking 3 years ago and candy helped him quit. It was his aid. So that is why he keeps a lot of candies there for cravings. After that, he also eats one. And mom comes and asks for one too. The next day at school, when Hiromi is leaving, Satoru also starts to go with her. But Kenya stops him to ask something, stopping his tracks. He tells him to meet later quickly. And aside, he asks him if he feels like he is going to fix something, a big task. So he can tell him anything. He says he can't figure anything out right now, everything is unclear. He asks to help him, ready to assist. He agrees to it. He goes with Hiromi to that bus where they kept Keo, their safe house. Here they see someone's footprints, fresh ones. They both talk about it, but Hiromi doesn't understand anything, confused. Going inside the bus, they see nothing is there, it's empty. Satoru says he has removed all his evidence from here cleanly. Hearing this, Kenya asks him what he means, what's going on. He tells them he thinks those things were actually from a serial killer who targets kids specifically. When he saw those things, he suspected something, he just knew. And he was saving Keo, not only from her mom, but also from the killer, a dual threat. After that, when he comes to drop Hiromi home, he holds her hand and tells her that, whether anyone believes him or not, he truly trusts her. Saying this, he leaves. The next day, he tells them both to go somewhere together as a group, but Kazu and Osamu also come, so the three of them make excuses and leave from there quickly. After that, they both decide they will follow them a chase. The three of them go and talk to that girl whose name is Aya. She doesn't talk nicely to them being kids, and they both are watching them talking from here, observing. Aya sees them and says she knows where she saw them. They go to that building. Kenya says that is their hideout, their secret spot. Hearing this, she says that is a childish thing for kids. Hearing this, Kenya gets angry. After that, she calls them kids and starts to leave. But Kazu comes in front of her and says, hideouts are very macho, very cool. Hearing this, the girl gets shy, embarrassed. And Kazu says she should also come there to join. Hearing this, she leaves. After that, when everyone goes to the hideout and starts talking, Aya comes there and says she came here because she wants to see if it is really macho, if it lives up to the name. Kazu asks her to stay there for a while, just a bit. She gets a bit shy and agrees to it. The next day, Kazu leaves school early to meet her eager, so everyone gets happy about him. And here, Hiromi also thanks them because they stay with him, his support system. Osamu comes and asks them about Kazu, where he is. They don't understand if he still doesn't know anything, oblivious. And when everyone is safe, Satoru starts thinking that now that everyone is safe, what will happen next? What's his purpose now? So Kenya also asks him what now? Is his detective work over, finished? He says not yet, not done. He comes home and keeps thinking about it. That his mom said that time that she recognized him, she knew him. So maybe she recognized him this time too, even now. At school, Hiromi sees that after that incident, Masato has become lonely, isolated. So when he goes and tells Satoru this, he gets worried about her, concerned. So he talks about talking to her, reaching out. The next day after school, when she is leaving, Satoru leaves from behind her. He goes to the stadium and sees she is sitting alone by herself. As soon as he sees her, he understands that she has become a very good target, now vulnerable. He sees her going to the bathroom and follows her. And he sees she is taking a very long time, too long. So he goes to check on her. The teacher comes there unexpectedly, and he asks him what he is doing here, suspicious. He tells him he is looking for Masato here. He tells him to go outside, get out. Saying this, he sees Yuki's father's truck going there, a familiar sight. Seeing it, he tells the teacher to take him somewhere quickly. As they both are going, Satoru tells the teacher that they are all spreading awareness, a big plan, where they all actually help girls who are alone, supporting them, which they might be able to save from being kidnapped in real life, truly protect them. Hearing this, the teacher praises his plan, impressed, and tells him to put on his seatbelt, which is a bit difficult, tricky. So the teacher helps him. After that, when the teacher is taking him, he tells him that she might easily be kidnapped like that. It's a risk, which is why he is following her to keep her safe. The teacher tells him about himself and starts leaving. But a little further, when the teacher starts talking strangely, Satoru gets worried and asks about chocolate, a distraction. But he sees there is no chocolate, just a wrapper. The teacher tells him that this is not his car, actually. A shocking revelation. Saying this, he looks at him with a strange smile, menacing. But Satoru asks where his car is, confused. After that, he tells him the real truth, the whole story, and says that he lied to him a while ago that there might be a kidnapper there. But actually, he knows he is one, the real one, which he didn't think a kid could do, surprisingly. But he believed it because he was tracking his every move, every single action. After that, he separates from that truck and leaves, abandoning it. And when Satoru was looking at that truck, he says that is not Masato, actually a different victim. After that, he tells him that he actually suspected him when he was following Aya. That's when it started. After that, he himself told Masato to come to that game, a setup, where if she came, he would have understood that he was right, his theory confirmed. And he is actually the real kidnapper. And he himself gave Masato that drink, because of which she was taking time in the bathroom, a sedative. And he himself took delivery from Yuki's father, an alibi. Hearing all this, the guy gets worried, frantic. And he says this car he took from somewhere, it's stolen. After that, he takes him somewhere far away, isolated, and snow starts falling cold. He understands what will happen next, his fate. So he tries to get out, but he gets stuck, trapped. After this, the teacher says he is impressed with how he figured out his plan, a compliment. After that, he takes something out from a bag there. He takes out a ball and says he will get his work done, his ultimate goal. Hearing this, the guy yells at him furiously, but he puts the ball on the car's race and makes it go forward, a deadly push, which falls straight into the water, freezing water. And because it is very cold inside, Satoru starts dying slowly, and he starts seeing his childhood memories, flashes. He also sees his friends, their faces. He understands he is dying, this is it. After that, years pass, many years. And here his mom is alone grieving, and we see that Satoru actually survives that incident miraculously. But he is in a coma, a long sleep. After that, he wakes up in 2003, 15 years later. As soon as he wakes up, he starts talking, trying to speak. He finds out that his mom used to move his body every day for many hours to make his body work well, a mother's love, and because of that, he is so tall now, a grown man. After that, when the doctor tells him to remember that time what happened last, he can't remember anything, a blank. After that, Kenya and Hiromi come to meet him. Yeah, Hiromi is actually a boy, and they both talk a lot and leave their visit. After that, Satoru is trained to walk slowly, learning, and when he rests, Keo comes to meet him, with her child. Oh, what happened? The guy gets emotional seeing her, a flood of memories, and she tells him she actually married Hiromi, a happy ending. So he congratulates her and says her son looks exactly like his dad, a mini Hiromi. When she tells him that he is alive today because of him hearing this, he gets a bit lost in thought, pondering. After that, Keo leaves from there. When he later starts drawing Keo with her child, his mom comes, and she sees some paparazzi from the window and closes it, protecting him. When the doctor comes to ask about his condition, he asks him to work twice as hard, pushing him. The doctor agrees to it. He gets a call, he goes aside and talks about something privately. Sawada also comes to meet him. One day, when he is talking to a kid, some paparazzi start taking his photos, flashing lights. But someone comes and takes the film out of their camera and tells them to leave, protecting Satoru. After that, he comes to meet them, and he actually recognizes Satoru truly. After that, he reveals that he is actually their homeroom teacher, a familiar face. But Satoru doesn't remember anything still. After that, he comes to his room and tells him he has changed his name, a new identity. When he asks why, he tells him that he actually took his wife's family name after getting married, and her father-in-law was in the city council, powerful. But 3 years ago, he was killed tragically. Well, we know how. After that, he took over his seat, his legacy. He tells him that he actually knows the owner of this hospital, a connection, which is why when he found out he woke up, he came to meet him, a true friend. After that, he says he has been waiting for this day for a long time patiently. So he also says, yeah, he has been too eagerly. And when he asks about him, he says he doesn't remember anything, still no memory. He says it will take a long time for him to remember everything. But don't worry, he will remember that time for sure. After that, days pass like this, and Satoru keeps working hard steadily, and the teacher also keeps coming to meet him regularly. After that one day, when Satoru goes to meet that girl, the teacher tells him she is actually sleeping, taking a nap, so he couldn't talk to her. So he also says to meet later another time. After that, the teacher tells him to talk about something. And because reporters are roaming there, the teacher tells him to go somewhere private and takes them to an empty place. After that, they both go up to the roof in an elevator where it is raining heavily. After that, when the teacher starts talking about his childhood, Satoru says he actually remembered everything, it all came back. After that, we find out that he actually knew everything when Keo came to meet him. And when Kenya and Hiromi came to meet him, Kenya figured out that he remembered everything, he sensed it. But he tells him not to tell about the killer because he doesn't want them to get into danger to protect them. But they say he is their friend, so they can trust him completely. Hearing this, he agrees to take their help a team. And in the present, when the teacher asks him how he knew about his plan, because he always ruined his plan every single time, he says even if he told him, he would still kill him, a grim truth. The teacher says yeah, and he says he knows he is calling someone right. Is it Kenya, his friend? After that, he takes his phone and hangs up the call and says, since he ruined his plan, he has never made a mistake. Never. And he actually gave that girl a friend, whom he will kill, in which he gave his fingerprints a trap. So he guesses that now he will kill him and make it look like he died from his guilt. A twisted plan. The teacher says yeah, he has filled his mind, corrupted it, but he has a way to save him. If he does what he says, he can save him, a slim chance. But he says if he did that, there is no guarantee he won't kill him, still risky. He says yeah, but there is a chance, a glimmer of hope, but he doesn't have much time left, running out. After that, he goes to give a message to his mom, his last wish. And in the past we see actually his mom also finds out that his memory has returned, she knew. When he comes to kill him in the present, he asks him if he will make himself a prisoner or if he will kill him, his choice. After that, he tells him everything, how he knew his every move, every step. And finally, he tells him that he knows he can't kill him because he is like his adrenaline, a thrill. And saying this, he is about to jump from the building, a leap of faith. But the teacher saves him, a true savior. And Satoru tells him he is alive because he is alive, right? The teacher says yeah, he is right, he can't live without him, it's true. Saying this, he leaves him, letting go. After that, he himself is about to jump from the building, but he sees he is actually alive, he survived. After that, he looks at him and laughs, defeated, and the police catch him and take him away finally. After that, years pass, many years, and we see that Satoru becomes a manga artist, which was his dream, a dream come true. And he never got revival back. After that, it stopped. And one day, as he is roaming outside looking for angles for his manga, he meets Eri there. She comes and asks him to hang out with him casually. He is surprised to see her, shocked, and he agrees to it. So the story ends here, and subscribe for more anime recaps.